Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to play some Simic Omniscience. So this was the other deck that didn't get hit by the ban from last week, and now we're here to really just tear up in the meta until Avatar comes out in a few days. So the whole idea here for this deck is that we want to Kona, and then tap Kona for survival to cheat in Omniscience. And once we have Omniscience, we can play our Marang River region for free and bounce all of our opponents' non-land permanent. But you might think, hey, you bounce their non-land permanent, but you don't get to win that turn. Don't worry. Once we finish bouncing our opponent's non-land permanent, we're going to start bouncing our Extinguisher Battleship. This card says whenever it enters, destroy target non-creature permanent and it deals 4 damage to each creature. Well, guess what? If we bounce off our opponent's permanent, we can just start popping their lands. And so each Marang River region can bounce the other Marang River region on board and one of our Extinguisher Battleship. And then so we can play the Battleship, destroy one of their lands, play the second region, bounce the first region and the Battleship, and have that cycle over and over. We can break all of their lands. So bounce all their hand, well, all their board back to their hand, destroy all their lands, and then we'll just win by the next turn when we attack with 3 or 4 river regions, or even maybe a crewed up battleship. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. But of course, Kona is kind of finicky, right? If our opponent just kind of kills Kona, then we don't really get the combo off. We can protect Kona a bit with counter spells like Dispelling Exhale, but the best card to use in this kind of matchup is actually Lost in the Maze, a 2 mana and an X, 2 blue and an X. That says flash, whenever this creature enters, tap X target creature, put a stun counter on those creatures you don't control, and then tap creatures you control get hexproof. So we don't really care about any of those other things, just the last part. Tap creature gets hexproof. Well, if we play Kona, we have priority. We use that priority to tap to station, let's say an Evendo or Uthros. Well, guess what? Then we can just go ahead and get hexproof off the Lost in the Maze. And once we do, our opponent can't target Kona. That means we can go to our, post-combat, get the Omniscience out, and then all of our counter spells is free. All of our card draws are free, and that's how we win. So that is a very strong combo. I'm pretty sure that this is the best version of Omniscience currently in Standard. Maybe Avatar will shake that up. Maybe there's a combo that I'm not seeing. There are the ones that you can bring back from the graveyard, reenact the crime and things, but I don't like it as much because it requires you to not face graveyard hate, whereas in this deck, you're not really afraid. It's in your hand. And as long as you can get Kona out, you can cheat out Omniscience, right? So let's talk about a deck list. So we got, and again, combo decks like this, I don't want to talk about a curve because that's not how the deck works. We got our card draws, we got our combos, and then we got our survivability. So we got our counterspell. That's kind of the survivability in the early game if we got to go first, which is very good. And later on, we can start countering as interaction to our opponent stopping our combo. So that's why we have 4 Dispelling Exhales. It's a very good card because it's not just a quench. If we have a Marang River region, it's counter unless they pay 4. Right, so that or even in our hand, right, it's counter unless they pay 4. Then we also have Unauthorized Exit, which is a very good sustainability card because we can bounce their non-land permanent. It doesn't say, it doesn't say a creature. It could be any permanent, and then we get to Surveil 1, so we can survive longer. We can also stop our opponent from comboing off on us or doing anything that's too scary. More importantly, we can use an Unauthorized Exit to combo with the Marang River region if we only have 1 in our hand. So we can kind of chain off with the Marang River region and then still hit multiple Roiling Dragonstorms if we want to. We also have 3 Lost in the Maze, which you might think it is just part of the combo, but we could pay extra X to tap our opponent's creatures, put stun counter on it, and last just a little bit longer. And with this deck, just a little bit longer is how we win. Then we have card draws. Lots of card draws. 4 Consult the Star Charts, 4 Roiling Dragonstorm, 4, before that, 4 Stock Up, and then 4 Marang River region. All of these could be card draws. The only thing I want to say is be a little bit careful with using Marang River region as a card draw, because obviously it's good to draw cards and then shuffle this back to your library and all that, but we do want a few Marang River region in our hand to actually win, because once you Kona into Omniscience, you do need the regions to win. So don't use up all of it unless you need it right now to draw cards to actually hit your combo. If you already have your combo in hand, don't just throw out the regions willy-nilly. The other cards are just card draw. The regions are required for the win con. And then of course win con for Kona, for Omniscience, and 1 Extinguisher Battleship, so we can extinguish our opponent. So that's the whole idea of the deck list. And we're going to have 24 lands, of course. 24 lands, yes. We don't have any tempo lands. We don't have any sort of man lands. And the only trick in this deck are these station lands. We got 4 Uthros and 4 Evendo so that we can station Kona. We also have 4 Cavern of Souls, always named Survivor or Beast, so that our Kona's not going to be countered. And then once you can't counter Kona and it comes into play, we have priority. We tap Kona to give hexproof from Lost in a Maze. Our Kona's not stoppable, and our Omniscience then is not stoppable. And this can get through a lot of control decks as well. So that's kind of the idea. Then we have 4 Island, because most of the deck is blue. We have 4 Breeding Pool and 4 Willow Rush Verge to also, you know, they are default to blue, but I can get the green mana to cast Kona from any of these lands. Alright, so this whole deck is basically blue. It's called Simic, but it's basically blue. The green splash is just to get Kona, and that's all there is for this deck, and that's really all you need. Let's go into the standard, and let's see how strong this deck actually is. Alright, our opponent is Zamaf. That's a name. That's a name for our opponent, and we get... I mean, we'll have a consult, but that's kind of all we got, and the opponent's going first, so can I keep this hand? It's risky, right? I think I'm gonna keep, but it's not a good keep, so... Hey, you know? Sometimes we gotta hope. Hope and a dream. Cecil. Sometimes we gotta hope. There's Evendo. We can consult into land number 3, and we're just gonna have to get lucky, and then land number 4, and then get our stuff counted. Here's Kaito. Yeah. Typical Demir nonsense.
Your tech is way. Ha! I love a dramatic entrance. Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Let's draw a card. Breeding Pool? We'll try, right? Breeding Pool, maybe. I'm gonna probably try to Lost in the Maze here. Oh. You know, I'm gonna just straight up counter it. That is gutsy for him to do that. What a bad play.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
You do? Oh, I should quit now then. Alright. Here's Kona. I do have to hope that this get us there, which is not a guarantee. Draw 3 cards and discard a card. Are we gonna get... Oh, okay. Yeah, that got us there. That got us real quickly there. So, stock up. Marang. And I guess we'll take an unauthorized exit. Stock up again. We'll get 2 exhales. Ooh, okay. So now I guess I can Marang. Unauthorized exit bounces a permanent, so is there a reason for me to play anything else here? I guess consult first. Maybe I'll draw another card that I want. There's a Marang. GG! Double Marang means everything is over. G to the G. Alright, our opponent is Samosh. I am Samosh. Opponent goes first. We really have nothing except a Dragonstorm here. Gonna Evendo? They have a burn spell? Huh. Or they're full control mode. Black Cylinder. I don't know, maybe they have a burn spell. There's a 1-2. Now, do I want to hold up a counter spell? Probably, since I have nothing else to do next turn. I'm not gonna play Lost in the Maze. I could play Unauthorized Exit. And I'll take the 2 here. If he plays nothing, do I just Unauthorized Exit this dude? It's a very good card for later. Maybe he's got a sack or something? No, he's just gonna shock. I'm still bouncing it. Just gets rid of. Oh, that's a good card. Now it comes down to what he wants to do. This Circle of Power. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Create. Yeah, it seems like a lot. If I don't hit a land here, I might lose. So maybe it's this Dispelling Exhale here to stop this from happening. Ah, okay. I hit the land anyway, so that we can Kona. Tap our Kona into Omni. And now we're gonna have to hope, right? Here is Roiling Dragonstorm. Can I hit something good? Draw 2, discard a card. I guess I'll discard the land. And then we'll consult here. Can't kick it, so take the Unauthorized Exit. I do want that card. Now draw 2 cards. Discard a land. Now draw 2 more cards. Please don't fizzle. There is a stock up. There we go. Once we hit the stock up, I think we should be able to get there. And as soon as I say that, I hit a bunch of trash. So another Lost in the Maze. An Unauthorized Exit. Okay, there we go. So now we're Roiling Dragonstorm. Hit Marang, and now we can drop the Lost in the Maze. And then we can play the Marang. So bounce this. Just the 1. And then we'll bounce the 2 Dragonstorms. Dragonstorm number 1. Draw 2, discard. Let's discard Omniscience now. And then Dragonstorm number 2. This time I can discard Kona. And then I can play the Marang again. This Marang will bounce this Marang. Alright, opponent wants to play this out. We're gonna try to get all the Marangs out there. Draw 2, discard a card. Draw 2, discard a card. And now, we're gonna make this super awkward for him. Do I want to bounce my Kona though? So he doesn't die. For no reason, right? Let's play this. I will bounce Marang and Kona. And I'll bounce everything else. Then we'll Battleship. Start breaking their land. Now Marang. Bounce this Marang. Bounce this Battleship. Battleship again. Destroy this. Marang. Bounce this Marang. Bounce this Battleship. Battleship again. Destroy this land. Alright, our opponent really wants to play through this. Bounce this. Bounce the Battleship. Alright, and then we Battleship again. Bounce this mountain. And then we will Dragonstorm, discard a card. We will. Oh, this activates it just by 1 attack. Yeah, you know what? Cancel. Submit 0. play Kona as well. We lost in the maze. And then we will start crewing. So everything has hexproof. And we got a counter spell. We'll say go. You got no lands. What's your plan here? One mountain. Alright. Maybe our opponent's a bot, because he's definitely not doing anything. And he's going to get hit by like 40 damage. Boom, 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 boom. -6. GG. Smoosh is smushed. Alright, our opponent is crestfallen. I'm crestfallen. We go first. Cool. Let's hope we get somewhere with this hand. Authority of the console. That's really nice for me, actually. I don't think we lost in the maze yet. Do we? I mean, is he gonna counter this? I consult here, I don't get much from this. I might want to consult for 2, right? Unauthorized exit isn't that great either. He counters this, what happens? Goes into my turn 3. He might be afraid of a stock up or something. Oh, now it's tricky because I don't know if I want to consult here or do I want to double consult next turn. Maybe I unauthorized exit the authority. Ooh. That's tricky, right? Alright, let's struggle. I don't have to rush against this deck. Although they're not rushing against me either. He is going to normalize this. Which does give me a chance to stock up, but if he has no more lies again, I get got and then I lose. So, do I just hold back? He's got 2 more mana. Stock up is very important, but I don't know. Guess I'll wait till he does something. Probably try to whale me. Does pretty much feel like a whale kind of game. He's gonna stock up. And then I'm gonna stock up. Not great cards, right? Not great cards. I definitely want to exhale. And probably a Marang River Regent. This might just get countered though. Maybe I want the Roiling Dragon. I mean, I wish I could take 3, but I cannot. Would he counter the Dragonstorm? He might. I don't think I want to do this. But if he does tap out at any point, I can Marang River Regent. That's an important thing to learn. Double Marang? Okay. Here's a Dragonstorm. I do want the unauthorized exit, so we'll toss that. This means I have to play the Cavern. That's scary, right? I don't want to throw the Cavern out there if I don't need to. He's gonna Marang. Ah, he is crestfallen. And so am I. We'll bounce this. Maybe I can get an Omni at some point. No. Right? No. With our stock up, it gets countered. What happens? I don't know. We'll find out. It didn't get countered, but I also didn't get anything, so... Guess we can exhale and get a land. Alright, do I want the Dragonstorm? I mean, I just want to dig, so I guess we want the Dragonstorm. No more lives, that's fine. Overlord? Okay, he draws and discards. I mean, eventually I will be able to draw it, but that eventuality seems to be taking a while. Alright, guess we drop the breeding pool. I think Beast here. I do have 6 mana, which is a counter spell, and get lost. Three steps. Yeah, this auto tapper just killed me. Ruined my day. Okay. I mean, he does only have 3 mana, so I think I do this first. Beast Survivor. I have a Roiling Dragonstorm, so it should be in 3 steps. Is pretty annoying. Let's see if I can draw out of it. There's a Dispelling Exhale. And I'll take a... Oh, GG. Alright, it's all about patience, right? He's crestfallen, I'm patient, and he's dead now. Alright, our opponent's Outcast Sorcerer. He's an outcast and he is a sorcerer, but we are to go first. Alright. There's a tap land, and we say go. Here is another tap land, and we say go. We're gonna exile somebody. Assuming there's a play. We could always just not play anything, right? These bindings. I mean, I would exile basically anything that comes in this turn. We paid a 2 for the stock. Not the best stock ups. Don't really want that. And maybe we take the Roiling Dragonstorm here. I need card draw, so yeah, we take the Dragonstorm. Preacher. That's 3 Omnis. I don't know if I need 3 Omnis. Cecil? Bounce your Preacher. If he wants to slink his counter spells, I guess he could do that here. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Did I even play this Evendo? I'm not walking up to its 10 mana, right? And maybe it's just better? No. This way I could hold up a counter spell. Maybe it's a Kaito turn, but Kaito will kind of reduce the amount of mana he has. Do I counter this? No. On my unauthorized exit will do something against that. For now, I think it's more important to draw the cards that I need. Does he have a Spell Pierce? Oh my god. He didn't have a Spell Pierce. I was just scared. Okay, I guess we toss another Omni. Everything else there was pretty useful, I would say. I'll play a land. And... do we stock up or do we Dragonstorm? We take a lot of damage here. I can also exit and then consult. I got a lot of things going on here. I just need to draw one card. And, you know, let's see if I can do it. Let's exit our Preacher again. Nope. What else is coming? Probably Kaito. Or maybe he plays a Preacher again. No, he's just gonna hold up counter spells. Which I think is warranted, but, you know. I gotta play something. Phantom Interference. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's warranted, but it's still something I gotta play around, or play into. We'll stock up. Still? Really? Okay, I was not expecting this. Guess we'll take a Cavern because it's an untapped land. And then we'll take another Consult here. Choose Survivor. I'll get to 10 mana eventually. It's like, I don't know how many cards I've gone through in the deck. Half the deck? Probably more than half, honestly. I got 3 Omniscience. Let's see how many counter spells he wants to sling at me. I need to cast a 4-mana cut. Oh, okay. Dude, what was that? I didn't even do anything yet. Ah, what a loser. Alright, our opponent is Young Torch. You can't be young if you got a torch. We go first. Oh, absolutely no card draw. That is disheartening. Everything kind of works if we can get a card draw. But You know, like, this deck is full of card draw. Maybe I'll get lucky with it. Yeah, like I said, maybe I'll get lucky with it. This is blue, so I get double blue. So I can counter if I need to. And if I don't need to counter, I will just loss in the maze, right? That's kind of the idea. Counter your bat. Stupid bat. Well, those are not the best cards. Do I take a Cavern? Take a Dragonstorm, and maybe I take a Cavern. Maybe I take an unauthorized exit. I do need land number 4. How many bats does he have? Oh, I guess that was all the bats. Okay, if that was all the bats... No, I'll play this land tap still. Now we go Dragonstorm. Draw 2, and we discard a card. Yeah, he might have like a demolition field to pop my Uthros. Spyglass Siren. Curiosity. Didn't want his curiosity. Oh my gosh. I'm very surprised by that. Do I play this? You could counter it. And then if I top deck the right card, I just win, right? But if I don't, I'm gonna get hit by a lot. And I didn't top deck the right card, so yeah, that was right. We're gonna hold up an exhale. Wait, no, gotta reveal that. Otherwise you can pay for it. Tap it down. It seems like he didn't have anything, so let's try it. Draw 3 cards, discard 2 unless it's... no. Just discard 2. No unless. I name Survivor this time. Or do I name Dragon? You know what? I'm gonna name Dragon. I don't think he's gonna break my first Cavern. Don't think he has it. And I felt like he didn't have much there overall. Wow, okay, that was a little too greedy there, buddy. So, I'm gonna pause here. Dispelling Exhale this. I want to play this right now. Yeah. Let's get 2 cards. Double Kona seems pretty nice. Is it though? Or is it Kona and Marang? Probably is Kona and Marang. Curiosity. Still gonna draw that card. But now it's only 1 card. Not a bat. Okay, the card that he drew was not a bat, which means I can just go off here. I think I want the Evendo. Hexproof. Still have nowhere to run. This deck definitely potentially runs nowhere to run. He didn't have it, so here's Omniscience. And we can break something. Oh no, just GG. Okay. Good game, Demir. Alright, our opponent is the Ganathoric. We go first. I mean, this is okay. We're gonna try it, but this is not the best. And we're gonna get duress. It's even worse. Oh, tactic. Oh, that's way worse than duress. There goes our Kona, probably. I mean, we don't have anything to bring out right now, anyways, but it's not very fun. Maybe we don't drop this. Maybe we'll hold up the unauthorized exit. Ruthless negotiation. Alright. Well, I got a card I can discard, so don't worry about it. It's the same card again. He has nothing at least. And now we got to our Marang turn. Once we get to our Marang turn, we can start getting something done. You can definitely hit our hand. So we need to draw all of our cards from this. Slasher is scary. Discard 2, unless we discard an artifact. Nope, just discard 2. I keep thinking it's unless we discard something, which is that's not how the card works. Alright, let's stock up here. Maybe we'll get something good. We'll take that. No, did we take that? I do want to take a Kona, but no, next turn I gotta bounce, right? So we'll get Kona and stock up. Now we try. We try our best. Yeah, I think this game was a little bit better than what I thought it would be. Rating pool definitely needs to go. I got the Exhale, but I think I still want to stock up here. I don't really have any protection. But I do have 2 Marang. Unholy Annex, that's fine. Dragonstorm? Yes. Yes, please. You draw your card, and that's game over for you. So, here is Kona. We will tap our Kona. He's got 1 mana. So Kona will bring in the Omniscience. And now we can Marang, bounce this. Let's bounce our Kona if I can. We roll Dragonstorm. Discard a land. 3 Konas, just basically infinite, or 3 Marang River regions basically infinite. But I guess I only need 2, so might as well draw some cards. So we'll discard another Dragonstorm. I don't need that many Dragonstorms. Any 1 Dragonstorm's infinite. GG, that's my whole deck. I'm gonna pop your lands. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Omniscience games, how does this deck feel? Didn't I tell you? This deck is insane. It's so strong. And I don't have to worry. Unlike the Demir deck that I played last time, I don't have to worry at all about falling behind the early game, of our opponent, having a big board, or really anything other than, maybe we don't draw our combo and an opponent is too fast to kill us on turn 3. Right? I played one game where our opponent killed me on turn 3 because they got the life gain and then they got the ley line down and everything. That's rare. But when that happens, it happens. And, if you don't draw your loss in a maze, sometimes you get aggroed out. But most games, just Kona into Omniscience, then we go Marang into Marang into Marang, pop all their lands, and then we'll just kill them next turn. This deck is insanely strong in doing that. And the combo with Cavern and Lost in the Maze on Kona means that it's unstoppable. Can't counter it because it's, uncounterable because of Cavern. Can't target it because it's hexproof because of Lost in the Maze. Can't do it in response because Uthros and Evendos are activated abilities that tap as an activation, so we have priority. All of that makes Kona such an unstoppable beastie, and the Omniscience then gives us, just free casting spell. And the free casting spell includes Exhale, so we can then counter anything else they want to interact with. And so that's the whole idea of the deck. Very strong deck. I think we lost maybe 2 games out of 6, or out of 8 games, so 6 out of 8 games are not a bad odd. And of the 2 games we lost, one was a flood. I only drew lands, and the other one was our opponent killed us in turn 3. So other than that, I think this deck is insanely strong. I really like this deck, but of course, Omniscience is a cheat, right? It does feel like we are cheating against our opponent, very much so. But that's Watsy's fault. They're putting Omniscience in standard. What did they think was going to happen? That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.